The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 272. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal woman on the show today. She is the founder of Je T'aime Perfume, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Prachi Saini. Prachi, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Thank you very much, Sheena, and thank you to all the listeners for your time. I truly appreciate this opportunity. As Sheena introduced me, my name is Prachi. I'm about 42 years old, and I was born in India a very long time ago, and I lived there until my early 20s. After which I moved to US, and I continued to work there as an infrastructure developer for Washington, D.C. for the government. And I was always interested in cosmetics. So I started to self-learn, and I also hired a couple of trainers initially. After some time, I found this great perfumer with whom I apprenticed. And for the last 3 years, I've been in Singapore. We have a perfumery here where people are able to learn about perfumes. And they also come together and relax as couples and as groups. That's about it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Prachi, what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
My favorite self-confident quote. I heard this from a friend, and I love this. It says, "They tried to push me down into the ground, but they didn't know I was a seed."
Awesome. I love that. Because I think in life we all have challenges in our life, right? And we feel defeated at times, not realizing, they're just temporary, and we can just go out there and just keep going and growing until, we get to whatever it is we want, whether it's living our own life, having our own business, traveling the world, anything is possible. So I really love that quote that you mentioned. So thanks for sharing that. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
I would just go with the Oxford Dictionary definition, which is straightforward putting it, and it says believe in yourself. But I do have a favorite quote of mine about this, and I think it's particularly applicable to teenagers and the young people. It says, "It is not what they call you, it is what you respond to."
Great definition, and I also love that quote, right?
Thank you.
The situations we handle in life, there's things we cannot control, but it's how we react to them that really matters. Because, like I said, we all go through bad times, we all go through dark moments, but we can also get out of them, right? And see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I really like that you mentioned that. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Well, this is a tough question to answer because nobody likes to talk about the dark patches of their life. And frankly, in general, I've had a good run. But there were two phases, particularly when I felt insecure. And when you feel insecure, you also feel needy. And this happened to me when I was about 19 years old. And I guess most people have it around the same age too. The teenage phase is the toughest. At that point of time, the life was miserable, uneasy. I seeked attention, a lot of attention from a lot of people, sometimes from wrong kind of people, which didn't help. And interestingly, the more I needed, the less I received. It made me even more needy. So it's kind of a self-developing cycle, and you just get into it, and you just have to snap out of it. There's no other way to get out of this.
Thanks for sharing that. And I think, a lot of women go through this, right? Especially, of Asian descent, we feel like, we need to always seek approval from others, getting attention as a way of knowing that we are worthy or we have value in our lives. We've been programmed to just follow what everyone tells us, not realizing that, we don't need permission from other people. We can just do what we want and go out there and do what we want to do versus what we're told to do. So, what was that point in your life when you realized you were more than enough to go out there and live life to the fullest? What was that aha moment?
I didn't really have an aha moment in particular. I think I just, at that age, too young to realize much. So I moved from one college to another, met new set of people. And actually, you know what? I take my word back. I did have an aha moment. That aha moment was finding this new friend called Sonali. This is a girl, at that point of time, she just wasn't bothered by her surroundings. And that's what I learned from her. She's been a very, very close friend since then, and she was my best friend at that point of time. And everything I know about self confidence, I think I learned it from her.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Sometimes it just takes one person to change your life, just to, show you what's possible, believe in you that you're more than enough to just be your authentic self. And, it's great because when someone can look in your eye or when someone see the potential inside of you, especially when you don't see it in yourself, it's great to have, the right people in your life to see that. And because of that, what's your life been like now?
Life has been very calm and easy and focused. Once you have decluttered your life, this peace, there's happiness and sadness are part of life and they come around in circle. But when you are yourself, you're self-assured, you're just calm and peaceful, and that's exactly how I feel now. Now I know what's important, I know who's important, and I know how to reach those important milestones in my life.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Prachi, if our listeners, they're listening to your episode and they're facing a similar journey in their self-confidence, what would be that one tip you would give to the listener?
Well, this is kind of a multi-part answer. I'm sorry, listeners, you have to deal with me for a couple of minutes because different ages I learned different things. The first biggest lesson that I learned is people feed on your insecurities. Never give them that chance. There is no reason to do that. Second, I know FU is a bad word, but it can be good sometimes. You don't need to say it out, but you need to feel it. It sort of helps you prioritize what's important and get rid of unwanted people. Third would be you choose people who really matter. Typically, your children, your parents, you want to choose people who matter and you really want to make them proud. When you can make people proud, it's an unbelievably great feeling. You just feel strong inside. And I think the last one will be find what you're good at. I found what I was good at, and I'm very happy that I found it. You just pick that one or two particular skills and you improve them and you take them to another level. It gives you a lot of assurance and self-confidence.
Thanks for sharing all those tips. And Prachi, if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yes, we have. Our website is JeTaimePerfumery.com. If you Google Perfume Workshop Singapore, they'll tell the audience what we do. We run a perfumery and we have a very small complimentary smells museum for Singaporeans and SG visitors where you can relax, you can have fun, and you can smell all kinds of happy and even disgusting aromas.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that, Prachi. And to the listeners, if you want to connect with Prachi, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Prachi's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Prachi for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much.
Truly appreciate, Sheena. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you. Have a really great day ahead.
Thank you so much, and it was an honor having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out cool resources, blog articles, show recaps, and so much more. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.